But oh boy, Lana. So outside of the so-called assassination attempt that we saw on Sunday, prior to that, the big news was JD Vance again. He was on the morning show. And as we saw last week in the debate, that apparently dogs and cats are being eaten in the state of Ohio because the state of Ohio had over 20,000 Haitian immigrants that have invaded the state and are now eating the dogs and cats. Now, of course, every bit of what I just said was not true. First of all, it wasn't even 20,000. Second of all, they were legal immigrants. And third, the state of Ohio welcomed these Haitian immigrants and opened up jobs for them to come and work. And from all accounts, the jobs that have been opened and the Haitian immigrants that have come there to work have been praised, by the people that have hired them. But JD Vance was on with Dana Bash on CNN on Sunday morning. And his big thing was calling out, in fact, part of before the debate, if you remember, Lana, he tweeted out something in regards to these Haitian immigrants invading Ohio, but he had to fess up about a little bit of a tall tale, I guess you'd say, that he told.
For all, you again started this in part by saying that, at which Donald Trump repeated on the debate stage, that, and he didn't say anything about the policies that you're talking about. He just said Haitians are eating dogs and cats. Oh. Can you affirmatively say,
Lana, where are we in this country where this is that? First of all, the guy on the right, he's the vice presidential candidate of the United States. The woman on the left is an interviewer for a major cable news channel, and she just brought up that he retweeted out that people are eating dogs and cats. Nothing. Because there really is nothing to say.
No, just no.
Yeah. All right.
Let's say now that is a rumor that has no basis with evidence.
Dana, the evidence is the first-hand account of my constituents who are telling me that this happened. And by the way, I've been trying to talk about the problems in Springfield for months, and the American media ignored it. There was a congressional hearing just last week of angel moms who lost children because Kamala Harris let criminal migrants into this country.
Not true.
Who then murdered their children. The American media totally ignored this stuff until Donald Trump and I started talking about cat memes. If I have to, create stories so that the American media actually pays attention to the suffering of the American people, then that's what I'm going to do, Dana, because you guys are completely letting Kamala Harris coast. You had one interview with her. You talk about pushing back against me, Dana. You didn't push back against the fact that she cast the deciding vote on the Inflation Reduction Act, which is why a lot of Americans can't afford food and housing.
You just said
that's not true.
That you're creating a story.
Public policy.
Sir, you just said that you're creating the story.
What's that, Dana?
What's that?
You just said that this is a story that you created. So the eating dogs and cats thing is not.
We are creating. Dana, it comes from firsthand accounts from my constituents. I say that we're creating a story, meaning we're creating the American media focusing on it. I didn't create 20,000 illegal migrants coming into Springfield thanks to Kamala Harris's policies. Her policies did that, but yes, we created the actual focus that allowed the American media to talk about this story and the suffering caused by Kamala Harris's policies.
First of all, you did create the 20,000 because that's just not the number. That's number one. And number two, you just had a vice presidential candidate, Lana, just admit that he created a story and then he did the old trope where he says, because you, the media, because he knows that gets the flying monkeys into, flying mode, and says, you, the media, are not covering what my constituents are calling me and telling me. What I wish Dana Bash would have asked him was, when you called the police, or when you called the mayor of the town, what did they tell you when this was happening? Because he didn't do that.
Right.
This is insulting. It really is insulting.
This is what y'all got, Ohio. Y'all voted for this idiot here. He's a liar. And I go back to a lot of things because he was conflating two things. He's trying to conflate. We had to create one story to talk about the kids in Springfield, Ohio being murdered, because he's talking about the little boy who was in the school bus that a Haitian legal immigrant hit the bus, and unfortunately it killed this kid. So unfortunately, there are car accidents every day that people die in, and white, black, whatever, are behind the wheel. It happens, but they use that to conflate with this story that he found from the Proud Boys, or they sent him. And then now it's like a full-on attack, because now they already know that some of the people in the town, the racist ones, were already mad with Haitians because of that accident that killed the little white boy. But the parents came out to say, stop talking about our fucking son. Because
and it was heartbreaking to watch that.
Yeah, saying, I wish it was a white man in his 60s. So it's because they're torn. They're torn because their son is dead, and they're also torn because they don't have hate in their heart. And that's what they see. And these fuckers, again, a senator, a vice presidential candidate, and a presidential candidate who want to be president of America. These immigrants are in America, and these people are putting their lives in jeopardy and the town of Springfield because the Proud Boys are trying to march on to Springfield. What the fuck? Like you said, where are we? They gotta go.
They do have to go.
That's a threat. Oops, sorry.
No, you're right. I mean, they gotta go. And we all know, Lana didn't say they need to be killed. They need to go. They definitely need to go, and we need to get rid of these fucking assholes, because I'm done with it. We talk about giving people the benefit of the doubt, but when you hear it over and over and over again from the same side, I'm about to play a couple clips, and I know Lana's got to go at about 8:45, and because I got some things I want to get to with the IVF thing today too, because I want to hear your opinion on that. But we talk about the benefit of the doubt. I want to play a couple of clips real quick. This is always seems to be coming from that side. Megyn Kelly had a gentleman on named Rich Lowry. He is he runs the National Review, which is a far-right magazine. And he was on with Megyn Kelly. Megyn Kelly was trying to defend JD Vance's comments here. And take a listen carefully to when Mr. Lowry talks, and hear if you can just listen.
Finally, he said something to the effect of, look, if we have to create stories in order to bring attention to what's happening, the media, he admits they made it up, right? As opposed to, and if you listen to the full clip, he says, by drawing attention to what's happening on the ground, it's just, as this line goes online, you don't hate the media enough. Go ahead.
You remember Alternative Facts with Kellyanne? They did the same thing. She wasn't saying you make up fictions and pretend they're facts. You bring other facts to bear in the debate that are being ignored. And that's what he was saying. And I think it was in that interview where Dana Bash says, the police have gone through 11 months of recordings of calls, and they've only found 2 Springfield residents calling to complain about Haitian migrants taking geese from ponds. Only 2 calls. And I think one lesson of this whole story, people don't care about geese. People really hate geese. They all things considered, I think people would prefer Haitian migrants to come and take the geese off the golf course, right? So it's pets, it's the cats and dogs that's become the standard. Geese clearly don't matter.
I mean, I read online they're protected in Ohio, so you kind of.
Yeah, I was gonna stop it right after he slipped up there a little bit, but I wanted to make it clear too that Megyn Kelly just let it slip right on by.
Yeah, didn't even
yeah. Now, of course, he has said that he obviously did not say that word.
What was he trying to say?
Apparently, he was trying to say he mixed up migrants and immigrants.
Haitian.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's, of course, what he said. But again, we talk about the benefit of the doubt here, Lana. And, if this were somebody that you would never expect, or you're not used to after a while hearing language, or you're hearing innuendo from these people, then, you do give them the benefit of the doubt. But, it's kind of hard now at this point, especially when you hitch your wagon to somebody who clearly has racist thoughts and racism within him. So it is difficult to give him the benefit of the doubt. Rana, what do you think?
Correct. What are you talking about? This guy or Trump?
Yeah, all, because I got a couple more. John Kennedy today was talking to a lady named Maya Berry at a Senate Judiciary Committee hearing. And by the way, this was a hearing on the rising of hate crimes. And she's a Muslim American, and badgered this woman. And just listen to what he says at the end. I mean, I don't know if you heard this yet, Lana, but just listen.
Support Hamas, don't you? You support UNRWA and Hamas, don't you?
I mean, first of all, this badgering, this over-the-top badgering of these witnesses is just... You know what this is? It's just so he can get on Sean Hannity later or one of these stupid fucking shows.
Sir,
please.
I think it's exceptionally disappointing that you're looking at an Arab American witness before you and saying you support Hamas.
You know what's disappointing to me?
I do not support Hamas.
Bring yourself
I do not support Hamas.
You don't support UNRWA. You don't support Hamas. You don't.
I was very clear in my support for UNRWA.
Hezbollah, and you don't support Iran. You should hide your head in a bag.
Yikes.
Your time has expired.
Again, the benefit of the doubt, Lana. I mean, what does he mean there? What exactly did John Kennedy mean?
Let me just tell you. It's out the bag, right? There was a time when these racists, it was a shame. Like you were ashamed of it. That's why the Klan wore hoods, and they didn't want no one to see their identity, but it was shameful. Trump has made it cool to hate again. It's into hate. You're Trump's dude. If you out here saying this shit, you getting high fives in the back. They have made it real. And that's why Black, brown people, natives, Asians, all marginalized groups cannot fall for that okie doke of Donald Trump, because this is how it starts. It started with the Mexicans. Now it's the Haitians. Then it's going to be the Jamaicans. Then it's going to be the Trinidadians, the Bajans, the Indians. It's going to go on and on and on. He's not going to stop with deporting Haitians. What the fuck we think this is? Savages. This is what he's a Christian nationalist. White nationalists, white supremacists, this is their thing. Natives were savages. So it gave them the excuse to go in and eradicate, the world of the natives because they were savages. That's what they're doing with the Haitians. They're making them out to be fucking savages, because who else would eat pets? other than savages, fucking cannibals and shit. Like, that's what he's doing. That's how dangerous this is. This isn't like, haha, fun. Like, it's nothing funny here. Like, I see absolutely nothing funny. Massachusetts has like the highest number of Haitian immigrants living here. We just do. I have Haitian friends. This shit isn't funny. Racists don't know the difference between a fucking Haitian and a Jamaican or a Haitian and black. They don't know. They're just black like us. And if we don't wrap our arms around these Haitians and fucking call out this hate and register your ass to vote, because this is National Registration Day, get this shit in order, because this is nothing compared to what's gonna happen. Like, nothing.
Lana, you know what else is offensive about this whole thing is that basically the implication is that in Haiti, that this is going on left and right, that you see people eating pets. And now that they have escaped Haiti, they've come over to the United States and they're doing it here. You know, that is that's the picture that they want these people to picture in their mind, because we have a lot of people in this country that when you don't know other people, you just assume. So, you know, you're going to assume that this happens all the time in Haiti. It doesn't. Haiti people are not eating each other's neighbors.
And I don't know what the fuck they do in Haiti. I don't live in Haiti. We know what the fuck they're doing in Springfield, Ohio. Fucking working. They're working. They have money. They have jobs. They have homes. Their kids are in school. They don't have to fucking eat pets. They're not dying of starvation in Springfield, Ohio. Stop playing. So it doesn't matter. And even if they were fucking doing whatever the fuck, who the fuck cares, Donald Trump? People are dying. Women are dying. Children are dying in schools. And this is what we're talking about, fucking dogs and cats. Like, it's just, I've been furious this whole week and hiding it. I can't even, like, I'm just getting hot.
Yeah, no, and then I really, you know, first of all, I was going to apologize to you for the next clip, because you know, the next clip is so outrageously offensive. And I bring this up because this is Laura Loomer, who is traveling with Donald Trump. Now, maybe, I don't know, she's not allowed on the plane. I heard all kinds of crazy shit going on, but there's absolutely no question Laura Loomer is very close to Donald Trump. Very close. Wow. And this is what she had to say on her podcast. And again, I apologize to Lana for this, because this is just listening to it is offensive for me. And I can't imagine what, but anyway,
independent black woman. I don't need no man, and I'm gonna get Whitey. And I'm gonna lock Donald Trump up, just like Letitia James, right? And she goes, now you're gonna elect me, and I'm gonna lock him up. We're gonna get Trump. Like the way they talk and their little DEI Shaniqua voices. And they all have the same voice. I'm talking about Kamala Harris, Letitia James, and Fannie Willis. Like meritless DEI Shaniquas talk the same way. It's very obnoxious the way that they talk.
If you don't get your motherfucking botch nose job right now, it's bigger than the other.
So I know that part, but
no, that's hilarious, because you had that clip down there, and I'm going, what the fuck? I thought that was that. Remember that doll from the Muppets, or one of those things with the lips that were so humongous, and it would have like the little, you know what I'm talking about? What show was that? Like that fucking
that's the Muppets.
Yeah, this is like White and Rich or something. And she like that's what Laura Loomer looks like. Laura Loomer is out here appropriating black lips and talking about black people while she's literally getting lip injections, fillers, cheekbones, and coloring her skin, anything to look more dark. Like, go figure that out, Laura.
Yeah, Laura. Laura Loomer is a very, you know, the thing about it is she's got a loud mouth and people will listen to her, but you could just, she's a very sad, pathetic human being. She is somebody desperate for attention. Anything, I think I've read that, and I don't know this to be 100% true, but I'm pretty sure just by listening to her, that her dad had to put her in some sort of, I'm not sure if it's necessarily a mental home, but she had a lot of issues with her as her growing up, as you could tell, but she's just somebody who's desperate for attention. But anyway, our future president, Kamala Harris, was with the National Association of Black Journalists today, and she had a response about the Haitian immigrants, but it just went beyond that, and she's exactly right in her words. So let's listen to this, and this is a good way to end the segment of these fucking assholes.
The American people deserve, and I do believe want better than this. I do believe that. I know the vast majority of us as Americans know we have so much more in common than what separates us. I know that. I know that regardless of someone's background, their race, their gender, their geographic location, I know that people are deeply troubled by what is happening to that community in Springfield, Ohio. And it's got to stop. And we've got to say that you cannot be entrusted with standing behind the seal of the President of the United States of America, engaging in that hateful rhetoric that, as usual, is designed to divide us as a country, is designed to have people pointing fingers at each other. It's designed to do that. And I think most people in our country, regardless of their race, are starting to see through this nonsense and to say, you know what, let's turn the page on this. This is exhausting, and it's harmful, and it's hateful, and grounded in some age-old stuff that we should not have the tolerance for. So let's turn the page and chart a new way forward and say, you can't have that microphone again.
Exhausting, harmful, and hateful is exactly what is really, at the end of the day, going to win her the election and going to lose that clown the election, because people, they just are. We're exhausted by this shit.
Oh my God. Oh. Just won't stop. They don't stop. They don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care.
But you know what, Lana? We play these clips, and it is upsetting to watch, and it sucks that people are, just go out there and say these awful things. But at the end of the day, I mean, they're being exposed daily, every single day, every single minute. They're being exposed more and more and more.
Right.
And I just, unless something unbelievably incredible happens, yes, if somebody said, you don't think Donald Trump can't win, I would never say no. He could obviously win.
Right.
But at this point, I really do believe that it's coming to an end. I do.
I feel it too. There's a lot of movement.
Yeah.
We talked about like Alaska. There's rumbling in Alaska. Not that we don't expect Alaska to turn Democratic, but her even moving needle in Alaska is pretty insane. In Iowa. Yeah, that's,
Florida. If anybody thinks, I'm just telling you, there's a guy named Christopher Boozy on Twitter. And he has been predicting elections. He has this model, and he was trying to tell everybody when they were saying this big red wave in 2022 that it's not happening. He was guaranteeing Biden was going to win. He is not only guessing that Kamala Harris is going to win Florida, he's guaranteeing it. He's guaranteeing Kamala Harris is going to win Florida. Now, I hope he's right, because if she wins Florida, then we could go to bed early. Although we probably will be celebrating all night.
If she wins Florida, that would be insane. If she wins Florida, North Carolina is guaranteed.
Yeah. There's no question. I mean, first of all, if she wins Florida, the election's guaranteed. I mean, she can't lose. if Donald Trump can't win without winning Florida, he just can't. It's just impossible.
I don't know what that ground game is in Florida. Like, I don't know if they're going full throttle in Florida as they're going in,
They opened up a lot of offices here. And you got to remember too, we talked about this before. There's 2 ballot measures in the state of Florida, the marijuana and the abortion.
Absolutely.
And that's going to bring out a lot of different voters who otherwise would not have come out.
That is true, because they had over 1 million signatures on that abortion ballot measure. And DeSantis was pissed off about that and sending his state police to go door to door on the people who signed the petition. Like, was he going to go to 1 million doors? I was like, yeah, that's why they got 1 million signatures, right? They probably only needed like 10,000. They got 1 million because they knew that they needed to be over the top with it. So if you throw out 10,000, we still got enough signatures to get this on the ballot.
Well, the threshold is 60% too to win that measure. So with it being 60%, they know a lot of people. The people in Florida know we have to show up in order to pass it at 60%. So, again, don't sleep on Florida.